Okay. I'm like afraid to move you a little bit. It's like I want to adjust the camera just a little bit, but I'm afraid to because I've been fiddling with it for the last few minutes. Anyway, hello. Happy Sunday. Happy post-storm, hopefully. Yeah. So the big storm front moved through, and it hit West Atlanta, West and Metro Atlanta, in the middle of the night, and then hit over here near Northeast or like Athens-ish, around like 3:30 a.m. I think is when I first woke up to like the first like really long peal of thunder. But thankfully, by the time it made it over to my side of the state, most of the dangerous wind speed and all of that kind of stuff had started to fade. I don't think that there were any tornadoes in the nearby area. I know that Paulding County, sort of northwest Atlanta, got hit relatively hard. So yeah. So hopefully power gets restored to most everybody quickly, because I know that they were anticipating quite a few outages and possibilities of outages over several days. So I think I remember seeing a friend of mine texted me and said asked if I had been watching Ryan Hall, y'all, apparently a meteorologist, or weather storm chaser fan type of like YouTube channel. I had not heard of them, so I went and looked, and they took a section of like where Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, that corner, meet, and they were like, well, let's check how many lightning strikes are in this area in the last 15 minutes, and it was like in the 990s, and I was like, ooh, that's not fun. Yeah, so I think I saw Charlie in the Discord say that they got power back last night. So yeah. So that's good that they got power back. But yeah, kind of crazy weather. So hopefully everybody is okay. Hopefully everybody's family and loved ones are okay. Hopefully whatever damage there is pretty non-life threatening, non-house threatening. Little damage would be good. I know we have a bunch of like limbs down, but we don't have any trees down in the back, which is nice. So yeah, and also I know that they were worried about the northwest corner of Georgia for flash floods. So hopefully that is also not life threatening. Oh, God, why is my brain not working today? I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm tired. Anyway, Weaver Words says, Moon walks in with coffee. Very nice. Thank you for offering me your coffee. I appreciate it. No kidding. I had caffeinated tea earlier today, and then I have more tea. But yeah, no, with Mom is still healing from her tooth extraction. And so she's getting medication at certain hourly intervals. And so one of them is a 6-hour pill, which means staying up till 1 to give her last, which is not bad because I'm a night owl. That's fine. But then her next one comes at 7 a.m. and I have to get up and make sure she's got some food to go in, and then wake her up because she's not going to wake up on her own. She and I are both very much night owls, and now that she's retired, she should not have to. So I've been getting up and like making her some eggs. And yeah, so I'm tired. But yeah, that's just how life is. So Becca says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Blue skies and 68 degrees here in Los Angeles. So back to normal. Yes. What is it now? It's currently 75 and windy. Oh, and I have a note that says temperatures are to rise next Tuesday. Rise to what? 80? Is it even going to tell me? No. No, it's not. Okay. Anyway. Glad to hear we got through the storm unscathed. Me too. Me too. I charged Bestie for Christmas got me a power bank that could be either solar charged or USB charged ahead of time. So I USB charged it last night, or well, yesterday. And then I also had an old power bank for cell phones that let me cover up the logo, that my old school, not the most previous one that I worked at, but the high school gave us a power bank. So I charged that. So I charged all the things, made sure we had batteries, made sure the candles and the lighter were all set out in case. I also unplugged and turned the power switch off to my printer, because my printer, when the electricity flickers, is really noisy when it's like trying to come back online and everything. So I just like turned it off because I was like, I don't want to hear it. Does anybody else have because I know that sometimes like stoves will beep or microwaves will beep. Like, do you have a particular thing that you unplug just so you don't have to hear it? In sort of like whether it's the kind that is likely to flicker the lights. Do you have something like that? Or am I the only one who does that? Weaver says, weather cannot make up its mind here. One day it's sunny and springy. The next day it's cold and miserable. Make up your damn mind, right? Yeah. Mom and I took a walk around the yard. Just sort of like we took a short walk and then we walked around the yard. And we actually have irises blooming as well. We don't have any irises in the front of the house. They're only in the back of the house. So we have to go around to see them. And then we finally have some hyacinth that are blooming. And yeah, so, and plenty of daffodils. We saw the first violets as well. But yeah, and the Bradford pears are doing their thing. Not as enthusiastic about them. Yeah, the number of lightning strikes were kind of crazy. That's for sure. Mississippi and Missouri, there were tornadoes yesterday and the night before. Yeah. I think they said that there would be a tornado watch until like noon today. So that's done with, thank goodness. But yeah. Becca says to Weaver, right, and on the inconsistent weather. Friday was 45 and rainy. Today it's 68 and sunny. It's crazy. Yeah. Megan says, I'm working on notes for another large test I have today. I have 3 tests today. Ooh. One is a recorded conversation with a classmate for Italian. Ooh, okay. You went to the beach yesterday, but it's currently 62 in San Diego. Okay, so slightly more on the chilly side there, comparatively. Comparatively. I mean, I'm glad it's not like, 2 degrees. I don't know. Like, I keep talking to my parents about, and like half joking of like, hey, maybe we should move to like Nova Scotia. I don't think neither my parents nor I would fare very well in the cold. That is for sure. So yeah. I don't know how I would make it through a real winter as an adult. As a child, when we lived in Utah, I was like, oh, this is great fun. We can play in the snow. As an adult, I foresee a lot more problems with that. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know that I want to live where it snows all winter, but I also don't want the 100-degree weather either. I just want to live somewhere temperate where it like never changes, except for the fall. I do want some fall, but yeah. All right, let's do our doggo. Our doggo of the day is Nago. She's having a self-care day, starting things off with the burrito treatment. Here is Nago. She's so cute and also slightly out of focus. Let's see if we can get it to. There we go. There's Nago. You got a little bit of a blip there. Just like meh. His tongue stuck out. She's teasing you because you were not having a self-care day. So prove Nago wrong and make part of today a self-care day. Nago the doggo. Yes. Where is she? All I see is a towel and a nose, and that's all you're meant to see. That's it. That's the whole dog. Just the nose and the blip. So, and then we also have a card. The antelope. Life is speeding up. Okay. Life is speeding up. Change is coming. You got to be ready. You got to be flexible. You got to be quick on your feet. Here we go. Here is the antelope. Life is speeding up. When the antelope rushes into your life, you are being reminded of the quickening of your personal evolution as a powerful creator. You are being told unequivocally that it is time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action towards making your dreams real. There is an intensity that you can feel, and it is important to take advantage of that energy now. If you have a plan for your career or financial abundance, now is the time to step it up. If you're asking about a relationship, make the first move. Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed. Stay alert and keep up. Things are getting interesting when the antelope calls you to move quickly. So there you go. Not gonna lie, because I am not always comfortable with change. Seeing the antelope is like a little scary, but sometimes we have to do things that scare us, right? So I have a couple of things to do in my bullet journal for today, and then I would like to get some more editing done. So I think I want to say maybe 2 chapters today. 2 chapters edited. Cross my finger. Hope that I can get that much done. So what's your plan for the day? What do you want to get done? Let me also pull up the poll. Weaver is also editing weeks into your coffee. Oh, what's your goal for editing today? Or is it just like edit all day and see how? I hope it's not that, because I like having like an earmark for a milestone, if you will. Some place to be able to like, okay, I'm done for the day. Okay. The poll is about your main character's least favorite type of meal. Least favorite type of food. Is it something that's too spicy? Something that's too bland, no seasonings? Something that's too oily? Or something that's too dry? What is your main character's least favorite type of meal? I feel like my current main characters would probably be too bland just because they've eaten too much of it. Because with too dry, they can always like pop it in a pot with some water and stew it. But I feel like too bland might be their answer. My answer would definitely be too oily. So my main characters would be over here. I would be over here. So that's how that plays out. Weaver says, half a chapter edited would be nice. If you do more, that's a bonus. Excellent. That's a good milestone there. CB says, too dry can be fixed with sauce or something, but too oily is gross. That would be yours. Tony's would also be oily, and Pepper's would be too spicy, which would be fun and ironic for her name, or her nickname. Okay. So we've got our doggo of the day, we've got our card of the day, we've got our poll. Now we can go ahead and get started. I'm going to be starting with my journals. So 1 to 2 sprints there, depending on how long it takes me. We'll see. And let's go ahead and let's do snowbirds. Clicky click, all the things. There we go. Okay, so 1. Nope, not the right one. Present, share screen, share screen. There we go. Okay, now 1, save your document or pull it up. 2, sip, stay hydrated. Cheers. 3, oh, Haley, hello. It's storming really bad here. The top window of the screen door shattered earlier. Uh-oh. Stay safe. Stay, near the interior of the house if possible, away from windows. If you're working, save or work hard copy. Maybe save some of your battery power. But yeah, so stay safe. All right, 3 is straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check, and make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I've gotten most of the way through, well, I should say partway through what I wanted to get done in my bullet journals. I was updating this week. Just some of the stuff that I hadn't had time to jot down since Thursday, which is when my mom's tooth extraction was. But I've gone ahead and done that. I've got a couple more things that I need to check off, and then now I need to address things that are happening next week. I can't remember if I mentioned that Mom was planning to go out to Colorado, and so her flight was originally supposed to leave Wednesday early morning, and when the doctor called to check up on her Friday, the day after her procedure, we asked, I was like, hey, her original plan was 6 days post-op to go on a flight. Is that okay? And he said, yeah, she should be fine. So she's still planning to go. So anyway, so I've typed up like a schedule of when her different medicines are, like intervals of the time of the day, and then like done an extra column for like what that translates to Central Time instead of Eastern Time, that kind of stuff. So yeah. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, right. That I have to write down that I need to take her to the airport shuttle Wednesday, super early a.m. Essentially, I'm just going to stay up Tuesday night. And then after I drop her off, I'll come back to bed. Let's see. Things like that. Things like doing the banking mid-month type of stuff. Also, I've ordered some stuff for my dad, DVD-wise. And so I need to track that, make sure it's not. I bought it from eBay because it was like $40 cheaper than buying it on Amazon. Maybe it was only $30 cheaper. Yeah. By the time we were done with it anyway. So, I'm hoping that it's a real one and I didn't just buy a bootleg DVD box set for my dad. But anyway, things like that. Keeping track of ordering, that kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so CB suggested Haley move to a room with no windows if it's possible. Haley says, nope, just closets. You moved to your bed. It's far enough from windows. You think the window on the screen door only shattered because of the force of the wind. It usually does slam that door open. Gotcha. Yeah, screen doors, like the double door situation, that outer door, it's kind of a, those usually they're a little wimpier. Yeah. So he says, yeah, still scary winds. We had a bad storm in February, and you even went so far as to make a pile of clean clothes just in case you got evacuated. Yeah, when I heard like the never-ending peals of thunder and some of the rain last night, I did get up and like made sure I had socks in my shoes so that I can grab those and made sure that my laptop was like fully unplugged so that I could grab it. I was like, well, I'll have to kind of yank the power cord too. And I was like, we can find a replacement for the power cord if need be. But the computer, we cannot at the moment. So anyway, so I did like a couple things like that at 4:30 in the morning when it was crazy outside. So yeah. Anyway, I always, because I think the only tornado that we've ever been near, I guess, is one when I lived in like south of Metro Atlanta. And it did not touch down in our neighborhood. It touched down in the neighborhood across the street, across the main street. It still like ripped our twin trunk oak to pieces. So we wound up having to take that out of the front bed. But I always, like in my brain, I'm listening for that like train sound. But we live near a train tracks, and I'm like, well, does it sound like the train? Does it sound like a train whistle? Does it like? I always psych myself out trying to be like, what did I learn about tornadoes in school? What train sound does it make? So anyway, so I was doing that at 4:30 in the morning, like bleary-eyed. Anyway, yeah. So if you hear something that sounds kind of like a train-ish, anyway, if you hear from somebody who lives out in Oklahoma and hears them regularly, please listen to them more than listen to me. Stay says, you made it for the end of the sprint, though you are so cold that you may need to change clothes. Oh no, were you outside in the cold? Please do warm up, like change. If your clothes are like wet and cold, please change into something fuzzy and warm and get blankets and hot tea or hot coffee. Yes. Get all the warm and cozy things. As soon as you moved to the bed, the wind slowed down significantly. You got some work done on character profile. Nice. Yes. Yeah, it always. Oh, and I was texting Bexty yesterday to talk about the storm prep and stuff. She's like, we got some ice and, XYZ and bread and milk and all that. I was like, should I go get ice? And the answer, I was like, But if I go get ice now, then I can't do the magic trick of when our power goes out. It's when I leave to go get ice that the power comes on. So it's happened like 3 times in a row now. Whenever we lose power after a storm, it's when I go buy ice and come back. That's when the power comes back on. So I'm like, I need to reserve my magic trick. So I did not go get ice, and nothing happened in terms of power. So, oh well. CB says that's good. I hate high winds almost as much as I hate thunderstorms. You once had to walk to dance class in a thunderstorm while carrying a major red stick. Oh, fun. Fun. Terrifying. You're so tempted to ask your boyfriend if his friend that works at the zoo knows the resident hippo expert. And what do you want to ask said hippo expert if this connection is in fact made? Or do you just want to go see if they give extra tickets to hippo feeding time and see if you can finagle a ticket? I don't know if that's a thing. But if it is a thing, by all means, try and make this connection. Lexi says hello, but the O's are different sizes. So hello. Right? Something like that. Also, Megan took the dogs out and worked on your notes for the test, trying to consolidate 3 chapters into one PDF document that you can still read, right? Yeah. CB says we're going to stay at a hotel when we're going to Houston because you don't drive and taxis make you anxious. They have a bad habit of not appearing, so it's easier if you stay at a hotel. Gotcha. How are you with Ubers and Lyfts? Do they feel like the same thing as a taxi to you? Stacy did get caught in the rain. That was 2 hours ago, and you changed pants, so it's fine. You just think the temperature dropped, so you're getting cold. Gotcha. Weaver nearly missed the break. Oh no, you were in the zone though. Okay, well that's perfectly great. That's wonderful. We love being in the zone. Megan says, I want to interview the hippo expert for the show that you're starting up. You don't know what it has to do with California, but you want this for. I mean, obviously, the hippo connection is imperative. Yes, I think you should ask boyfriend if friend that works at the zoo knows the hippo expert. They probably do. Even if it's only just they probably have the number, right? They probably have a number or an email. Wait, does your boyfriend know? Does boyfriend know friend's work email address? Because if you can get the formula of the work address, and the name of the hippo expert, you can deduce the email, right? Right? So you need email formula, if it's at, San Diego Zoo or at Zoo San Diego or whatever, and the name. You need to know how the name appears. Is it full last name and first initial, or full last name and first 2 letters of first name? You need to know name and email formula so that you can, right? They should know of them at least. But you might have to go the proper channels, but you like the way mine works, right? I mean, Plus, hippo experts are probably also fans of hippos. So if you lead with, I love hippos, please can I interview about hippos? Please let us talk about our love for hippos. Um, maybe they'll be inclined to yes. Anyway, I cross my fingers for you. Hope that the connection can go through. But yes. Okay, let's do this. I have a bit more work to do in the journal. You should include a picture of you wearing one of your hippo shirts at the zoo. Yes, at the hippo enclosure if you have one. Okay, let's do this. Let's swap to the and this is the second sprint, so make sure if you have something you want to promote, please do so during the second sprint. Also, don't forget to vote in the poll as to what is your main character's least favorite type of meal. Too spicy, too bland, too oily, or too dry. At the moment, we are 40% too oily and then tied 30% too bland and too dry. So if you want to sway in, and sway the outcome. There we go. All right, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how are we doing? I am at least getting some stuff done. I've gone ahead and chosen April's theme for my bullet journal. I did go back and recalculate. I'm like, how many pages do I have? Do I have room for like a double page, like quarterly reset? I do not. So I'm going to have to do a tip in for that. Tip in, tape in, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to have to insert a page for that. Which is not bad because that allows me to just kind of like scratch paper, be as messy as I want. But I'm going to go with the sort of like green and mountain themed for the most part. So I've got the mountain clear PET tape and then some mountain scene stairways for my for next month. So January I did a sort of like peachy pink with teal. February I did a black and gold or black and amber. And then March, excuse me, is a blue and pink. So then April will be a sort of like green and blue gray, I guess. We'll work on the specific like Tombow colors, Tombow markers, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so fun times. I do have some other, like I have a couple of the green, I have quite a few actually, of the green, like little apothecary herb bottle stickers. So I'll probably also decorate with those, just so green is my color. But yeah, so I apparently have turned today into a productivity day rather than an editing day. And at the moment, I am okay with that. So yeah, so I'm going to continue with this for a little bit longer. So yeah. That's how we're doing. That is how we're doing. I can't ever remember which months have like 31 days. I should know. Okay, April has 30, so I'm going to have to cover that when I'm doing my little mini stamp. Okay. I've got like the calendar stamps that start on each day of the week. But if I want to stamp them, I have to like tear a little one of these sticky page flag type things and just like not have 31 on there, or I have to go in and fix it with correcting fluid or with a white gel pen, and I just don't like the way that looks as much. So we're just gonna cover the last number. So anyway, I've at least made a decision on what April is going to look like in my journal, so that's at least something. I thought about blue, but since I did blue this month, I think I should wait before I do another blue month. So, let's see. CB's self-promo. There are links to Stark for President 1 on the YouTube About page under CB's channel. So check it out. You're also still working on the Infinity War story. Nice. Haley worked on a different character profile and figured out this character's personality type. Nice. Are you doing like a Myers-Briggs test on each one of them? Sorry, just my elbow touched the sticker folder very lightly, and I was like, what is it? Anyway, CB says, wow. Oh, heck. Robert Downey Jr. turns 60 on April 4th. Yeah, with celebrities, it's so hard to tell what their age is because they don't look it ever. One, they've got great genes, like genetically. But also, like, they have stylists and plastic surgeons and doctors and dermatologists and personal chefs and all that, to keep nutritionists, to keep them gyms, workouts, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they never look their age. Like, they never look their age. So it's hard to know exactly when they're turning what, because they just don't look it. You remember when Liam Neeson and Alan Rickman turned 60? Yeah. I mean, the aging process does continue. Yes. Weaver says this editing process is so slow. I hate it. Well, you see me avoiding it by doing my bullet journal. CB says May, July, August, October, and December. I know, but like I never remember like which ones it is. Like, my dad always is like, well, you should remember the rhyme, and I'm like, I don't. I never do. Doesn't matter how many times you repeat it, I don't remember it. And so that's why I always have to double check the calendar, because I don't know. Never do. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do another sprint. We did the hedgehog. We did this snowbirds. Let's do, shall we do air bear? Yes, we shall. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So 1, save. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4 is, if you need a break, make sure you take one. I will disappear at 4 o'clock to make sure that my mom is taking her next round of medications, but I'll be back very shortly. So that'll be my break. And 5, make sure that you are ready. Here we go. 31 minutes and 12 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how we doing? I've got my calendar mostly made. Trying to get, letting one header dry before I add to it. I also made an oops and had to figure out how to cover it. And I think I did okay. And I think it looks pretty nice. I think the colors go well together. There we go. Okay, now I've got my last header done. Okay, so here is the setup for next month. Thus far, the sort of mountain and green herb bottles. So I need to put the Q2 projects on the project list, but I'm going to be doing a brainstorming Q1 wrap up, Q2 brainstorm planning session soon so that I know what's my focus for next quarter and therefore each month. Because I've about wrapped up most of my projects that the stages of those projects that I had for this quarter. One of these got dropped. Not ashamed to say. Maybe it'll pick up again later, but meh. Knowing just how little I have worked on that project over the last year, that one I think is dying. It's getting shelved for right now and maybe forever. But I like the way this looks. I like the way that the colors go together. I wound up using two different marker sets. So most of my markers are the Tombow markers that I got either 48 or I think a 48 pack from Walmart. So they're like King's Art. Yeah, King Art. I got a pack of theirs. And that's the sort of blue-gray that matches the mountains a little bit better. But yeah, so I like it. I'm contemplating putting I have a couple of the green mushrooms left. So I'm contemplating maybe some of the other stickers I have that are a little bit more, a little brighter green, maybe. Maybe I can slip these in. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Because I have some that are more blue because they've got more mountain. And I have some that are more green because they have more hillside. Or more trees in this case. So anyway, but that's for the weeklies. For right now, I've got to make sure I've got other dates for April in place, as well as starting the layout for the dailies. So it's just a process. It's a long process. CB made a quick quesadilla. Quesadillas are nice. Papa says, what are you writing? At the moment, I am supposed to be editing, but I am putting it off. And instead, I am putting together my bullet journal for next month. But I'm supposed to be editing, and it is a historical romance / murder mystery because I can't help myself. So Stacy says, you got some reading done, and it's almost time to get dinner started. Nice. And also, you like the colors. Thank you. They go well together. I'm pleased. Haley says, worked on another character profile. You're finally starting to understand your characters better. Yay. Excellent. CB is still on Infinity War. Excellent. Yeah, the Tombow markers can be very expensive. I bought almost all of my sets from Michael's when I had coupons and they were on sale. So like I was able to get them for a relatively good price and I usually get like the set of like 6, one of their collected sets, like the brights or the neutrals or the tropicals or the galaxy or whatever. So I have had to buy a couple of individual ones because so let's see, which one is it? Okay, so like you can see that the mist purple, that one had previously completely dried up, so that one's actually a new one. You can see that my dark olive over here is getting dry, so I'm going to have to get a new one of those. So I bought like specific ones. Also this mint, I ran out of the mint, and I am currently out of the sky blue. It dried up. So I need to get a new replacement for those because those I do use quite often. So I need to like buy a couple of those individual ones and then hunt for packs that have multiple that I don't have. Again, on sale with a coupon. So CB says, I'm not going to be writing next month, but you will be knitting. Excellent. Woo! Yay! Weaver hit your goal. Half your chapter is done. Excellent. Yay! Good job. Excellent. Fantastic. Isn't it great when you feel, you're like, yeah, it's done. Your goal for the day. Or at least for the session. Maybe not for the day, but for the session. Your goal has been achieved, which is excellent. Everything else is bonus. All right, so let's go ahead and CB says, I'm not sure if there will be any sales while I'm in Houston because it's a little early for back to school. Right. I did. So let me see the 48 pack that I bought from King's Art. I've not fully tested it yet, but I did swatch it on white paper. Here's the 48 pack that I got from Walmart. I tried reordering them according to numerical order to see if they were like in a proper color, but I couldn't figure it out. So it's not a bad spread of colors for sure. I feel like there are definitely some colors missing, but it's not a bad start. And I think it was like either 16 or 18 for the 48, which, or if you want to go with Crayola, they're also a nice marker brand that's inexpensive and good. So, trusted. All right, let's go ahead and get another sprint going. Let's go ahead and let's do a water timer. Let's do the waterfalls. Are we on sprint number 3 or sprint number 4? I think we're on sprint number 4. Crayolas are washable. Yes. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Trying to figure out spacing for the weeklies. I've gone ahead. I used up all of that particular roll of the PET washi tape. I have like one little mountain left that was at the end of the roll. And I ran out with 2 weeks to go in April because I had used part of this roll to do the front matter. And so I didn't have as much of that particular color mountain. But I bought all 6 of the colorways for the mountain. So I have the little mini calendar drawn, and then the week highlighted, and then the third spacing across. So I'm just now setting up the spacing for the like meal tracker and task window. And then here's what the secondary mountains look like. So it still goes along with that blue-gray. It has a little bit of green, but essentially I cut each piece a little short because it has a little campfire going crazy, starting a wildfire. I don't really like that part of this secondary roll, so I cut that out of each of the segments. So there's that. So I have a little bit left of this blue-gray one that I can maybe salvage for some other pages if I want. But yeah, but I'm cutting off the burning parts. So then I'll be left with like a segment that's that long of the blue-gray mountains. So yeah, so I'm making do. And yeah, we're just making do. I can hear my mom rustling around in the kitchen, so I think I need to go check on her and see what she's getting up to in terms of helping out with dinner. I also need to put away all my extra stickers that I'm probably not going to use, but I think I may leave that till after I figure out what's going on in the kitchen. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me, even if I wasn't writing or editing today. That was my original intention, was to get some editing done. But productivity is just as good because I will need this for upcoming dates and being able to schedule things ahead of time, which is great. So yeah. All right. Thank you for joining me. I know we're like 5 minutes ahead of time, but we do need to end the poll. The poll. Where is it? Here it is. So when it comes to our main character's least favorite type of meal, we're going to end the poll. It's going to show up. Okay, I have to switch over to live chat. 40% of our main character's least favorite type of meal is when it is too bland, when it is unseasoned. 33% say when it's too oily, 20% when it's too dry, and 6% too spicy. So most of our main characters hate bland food. So there's that. Mondays, tomorrow's, is main character's movie night choice. Are they picking something Disney? Are they picking something Fast and Furious? Would they pick a C-drama, K-drama, or J-drama type movie or series? Or would they pick true crime? What would be your main character's movie night if they could have a movie night? Like, I know some of our stories are set in fantasy world and there's no such thing as movies, but like, what would they pick? If they could watch a movie or a play, you know, what type would it be? That is Monday's question. So yeah. Again, thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to stay hydrated. And yeah, hopefully the rough weather is over for everybody and we can stay safe. So, all right. Thank you very much. I will see y'all soon. Bye.